Hey guys, welcome back to the $100 day trading challenge where I attempt to trade my way to $100,000 with only $100. When we started the series, we started with $100. I actually only had $90.40, so I deposited an extra $10 or $9.60, I believe, and I ended up at $100.02 when I started the series. Now, that being said, yesterday or day before yesterday, on Friday, we were at $112. That's where we ended the day, at $112. I thought $112 is a pretty decent start, right? After that, on Monday, I had emotionally traded and I lost. I was almost down $50, but luckily the trade that I had taken reversed and allowed me to end the day at $102.80. And today we are sitting at a whopping $162.70 to our goal. We're at $162.70 to the goal of $100,000. Yes, I know we are very far away from $100,000, but considering that we made 50% of our trade, our initial investment, 50% is a pretty big number considering most traders only make 10%. Some people only make 5%. We're at 50% for a return. That's pretty good. And if we could continue getting 50 to 60% returns on our investments, or day trades, should I say, I think we can hit $100,000 sooner than we think. It was quite interesting this morning because I actually could not find trades to get in on. Why? Because a lot of them were more expensive than I thought, and if I wanted to really make a significant amount today, I had to get at the money or in the money calls or puts. And unfortunately, a lot of those calls and puts that were in the money or at the money were more than $2 a contract. So I was struggling to find the right trade to get in on. TTD being one of those that was out or out of our price range, actually pulled back and allowed us to get in, and that's how we ended up making our $60 gain today. So here we are in the chart of TTD. When I first saw it, I looked at the day chart and I noticed there was a second day bar that was over prior day high, which is why I thought, well, this can really be a good chart. Second day of green, this is good. So then the next thing I did was check the 5-minute chart, because I thought, well, let's see how it's doing right now, and just kind of like play it out that way, right? The 5-minute chart was looking good. It looked a little overextended. I was gonna wait for a pullback, so that was one of the things that I was considering. The next thing I did was look at the 1-minute chart, because I thought, well, maybe if I look at the 1-minute chart, I can catch it early. At that point, I made a support and resistance line where that little peak is, because I noticed that wick was right by the VWAP, so that's where I was considering getting in the first time. But after watching it for a little while, I got lost in the chart, and I totally forgot that I was on the 1-minute chart. And I usually trade, and I will mostly trade on a 5-minute chart, because it doesn't move too fast and it doesn't move too slow, which causes me to get in at the right time. At least for me, the 5-minute chart for me is where I like to make my decisions. But right now we're on the 1-minute chart, and it's clearly touching VWAP, and it was touching that purple support line, and it started to bounce off of it because because it started to bounce off of it. That's where I was like, man, maybe I should get in. But the problem with this was that the price of the contract that I was trying to get in on was a $100 strike, was like $115 to $105, and I only had $102 in the account at the time. So that was an issue that I was having, is finding stocks that I could afford. And so because I kept hitting that issue, I considered getting the $105 strike price, which was $62. But the thing was, I didn't really think it was going to give me a good return because it was way out of the money. And if I really wanted to make good cash out of it, I need to get at the money or in the money. And so in the money is the green part on top of the charts where I'm clicking, and out of the money, well, I'll explain this in a different video because it's too much to break down right now. But as you can see, now we're back in the 5-minute chart. At this point, I really needed to go to the restroom, so I left to the restroom and I let the chart do its thing. Good thing I needed to go, because otherwise I fear I would have jumped in too early. Now, this is stuff that I'm still learning. A lot of traders, even now, a lot of professional traders still learn a lot of things. For me, these are things that I'm watching. Like the 5-minute chart is one of the biggest things for me to make a decision. At this point, I'm back. I already went to the restaurant. I came back and I noticed that the pullback was there, and I made the decision to get in because the $100 strike was lower than $100, and that was my opportunity to get in and to break my $100 mark. And for some of you who are day traders, you know how difficult it can be to break out of that $100 mark. If you're doing the $100 challenge, the hardest part of the challenge is actually breaking $100, because you're very limited in opportunity, and on top of that, it's such a tight price that if you make one bad move, you blow up the account and it's over. So that was one of the things I was fearing, but thank God I got in on this trade at the pullback. At this point, I'm looking at it, watching it. I didn't feel like it was going to continue over the high of the day, so I pulled my profits pretty early on. But right here, I was watching it. I noticed that it got to like 80% return. I was getting pretty excited. I started watching it, kept watching it. But one thing happened that really kind of made me think about closing it. And the thing was, I saw a wick start to pop up on top of that current candle. And I noticed that the volume was starting to lose momentum, which is why I thought, well, shoot, I should probably get out and take my profits. Definitely, because on top of that, I was thinking, well, I only have $100 to play with. I can use this current profit to trade tomorrow's day trades and make more money. So I was like, you know what, let's just get out. We can make more money tomorrow. And $60 makes a big difference. I mean, I bought this contract I could have bought it at 80. So if I was to buy 2 contracts, it would have been $160. So if I was to do, let's say a similar trade tomorrow, I can actually get 2 contracts and make twice as much, which I would have made $120 instead, which is dope. That's pretty much it for today. If you enjoy these videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button, click that notification button if you want to continue watching how I end up getting to $100,000 with $100. Also, comment below. Let me know what you think of the videos, any suggestions, formatting, however you feel about the videos. Go ahead and let me know. I would love your feedback so that I can improve the video quality and continue making entertaining videos for all of you. I'm considering making my watch list videos in the afternoon. I think it would be very useful for a lot of you who are day trading and would like to see what positions I'm taking tomorrow, so that you could possibly look at them and make your own judgment off of that. This is not financial advice. I am just doing it for entertainment purposes, but I would love to share my knowledge with you, as you know, kind of like a friendly thing. All right, well, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, go ahead and click that like button, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Peace.